Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt Schmidt and I guide people to heal themselves through deep states of hypnosis. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, a little bit out of my comfort level. so um, just kind of pushing the boundaries of what we can do. Today's video is actually going to be about astral travel. Not only be about it, but actually guide you through the process. If it helps, you can think of this as lucid dreaming or whatever helps you kind of just allow the information to come through with this. So when we do this, we're basically just operating from another level of our consciousness. You do this all the time. You go through these states about 300 times a day, actually. Um, Within 60 seconds of watching TV, you're already in a light trance state. So we're just kind of tapping into that and kind of exploring this. You do this all the time. You do this at night when you sleep. Uh, Except a lot of people that I talk to don't remember their dreams. Some people ask, well, what are some tips to remember your dreams? Um, Probably the easiest is drink a couple glasses of water before bed. That brings you back into this body, and that's when you start to remember that experience. So that's one of the ways you can do it. You can also put out the intention that you want to remember your dreams, or you can do something like this. So I'm going to guide you through this process of doing this and having that conscious awareness of it. So this is nothing crazy, nothing woo woo. You do this all the time. Okay. The first couple of times I've done this, people have gone to all kinds of different experiences so far. Some people have gone to Akashic records, or they've seen like what their life plan was and what their purpose was. Others have gone to other dimensions, where elemental dimensions, or sometimes even past timelines, future timelines, and um, it can really be anything if you just stay open to the experience. Some people have seen their relatives that have transitioned, so all kinds of things can happen during this. Okay, just stay open to the possibility and know that what you're experiencing is that you're experiencing it for a reason. Okay, so before you think, oh, I can't do this, you already do this. Okay, it's just having that conscious awareness of what you're doing. So when we do this, it's kind of like if you have a tough time with this, it's you can practice this. It's kind of like a muscle. You know, you wouldn't go to the gym and pick up a 400-pound weight and be like, all right, I got this. All right, so don't feel bad if you can't do this right away. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to actually learn how to do this and work up to this so that you can do this. Okay? I see a lot of people joining in, so if you just want to say hi, where you're from, good to see you guys. Uh, yeah, when we find this, when we do this, we find we can get information to stuff going on in our lives, how it pertains to our lives, and just stay open to it. Like it may not make any sense at the time, but we're gonna ask. So you just stay open to it, allow for it, and we'll figure it out at the end. Um, so, like I said, don't get frustrated doing this. What you get, whatever you get, and it's perfectly okay. And the more you do this, and the more you get used to the process, the second and third time, you're like, oh, I know where we're going. I know what this is. You can already be jumping ahead and just getting more and more information. So, I encourage you to stick with it. Don't give up. It'll open you up to so much more by doing this. The same way, like starting to meditate. That sucked for me. It took me like 9 months to even like start to think I was doing it right. And now I found out there's no right way anyway. But you can get into that state a lot easier. So the more that you do this, the easier it'll be. Okay. Um, I have a couple of quick tips for you doing this. Have Don't have any expectations of where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to see, what you're supposed to experience. Don't get hung up on the visualization. We're going to start with some visualization. That's really just the doorway into this. Okay, it's because everyone can visualize, so it's a easy way to visualize, or easy way to tap into this is um, by going through that visualization process. And then it doesn't matter how you get information. Be okay with whatever comes up. Okay. Trust that first thing that comes to mind. That's so important. The second you start saying, "Oh, I don't think I'm doing this right," or "Why would I say that?" or What is that about?" or "I don't think I'm deep enough." That's your conscious mind coming in to try to hijack the experience, and then that's going to pull you out. So we're just trying to quiet that voice. This part of your mind is always there. We're just trying to quiet that part that thinks it knows everything to listen to the part that actually does. Okay, and it's okay to be for that to be present. Don't try to like force it away. It's an integration of this, so it's okay that it's there. Just allow it to be there, and be like, yeah, you can sit back and just watch and observe the experience, and then you can overanalyze it when you're done. Okay, and this will be like a dream. It will fade very quickly, so I want you to have a pen and paper ready and write down your whole experience. Okay, even the like small little details, just like if you're writing down a dream. All right. So if you're writing down a dream, you're not sitting there analyzing it. You're just getting it all out, and then you can go back and look at that experience and like, oh, and kind of think about it. And you will get more information the next couple days. You know, maybe in your dreams at night, or you'll start to put the pieces together. So just get it all out in paper. Before you do anything else, just write it all down and get it all out, and then you can go back and see how it pertains to your life and stuff like that. So when I ask you to see something or experience something, try to see it or experience it in as much detail as you can. And be okay with whatever comes. There's different ways of getting information. If you sense people around you, go with that. Trust that. You do this all the time. Don't get so hung up on your sight, or you're even visualizing in your mind. There are other ways to get information. How do you feel? If I asked you right now, do you feel male or female? You don't have to be like, hold on, let me look. Yep, definitely male. Okay. There's that awareness. Do you feel old? Do you feel young? Do you feel healthy? Those are all just like that inner knowing, that awareness. You may just know the answer, and that's perfectly okay. Trust that. It's actually easier to like have that knowing and that feeling, because you can't make that up, and you don't have to like interpret that. You know, it's like, oh, I know that's the answer. Cool. You don't have to guess at what the interpretation of a certain image or a picture is. Okay, so trust that. Trust the feelings. Feelings don't lie. People lie about feelings. Trust those feelings, whatever comes up. Okay. Also, don't judge anything that comes up, because we're going to be asking. Okay, and don't worry if you're doing it right, like I said, or if you're deep enough. And those are all just expectations. Even in these deep states that I work with people in, I've had people sit up and they're clearly not there, but they don't think they're deep enough, and they're talking in a different accent, and their eyes are going through REM even though they're open. So just enjoy the process, go through the motions, and you'd be amazed at what happens if you just allow and trust the process. All right, so like I said, in a moment we're going to start with some visualization. Okay. I'm going to have you imagine a dot on the wall in your house, probably in your bedroom. Okay. If you're having trouble doing this with visualizing this dot, I encourage you to actually draw a dot on a piece of paper and stick it on the wall. Sit there and look at it, close your eyes until you can actually visualize it in your mind. Visualization is just imagining in our mind. We do this all the time. All right, so close your eyes so you can imagine it imagine it being there and picturing it in our mind. Okay, till you get the hang of it. And don't be too hard on yourself, imagine it and then try growing it in your mind. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make it bigger in our mind. Okay, and you're in control in your mind. So just get a feel for this, and the more you practice, the easier you'll get. All right, so like I said, we're going to start with some easy visualization. But then after that, doesn't matter how you get information at all. It may be a seeing, it may be a knowing, it may be a feeling. However you get information is perfectly fine. All right, trust it. Trust whatever comes to your mind first. No matter how crazy, you'll see that it makes sense in the end. And then remember, when I ask you to see something or experience something, sense something, try to sense it in as much detail as you can. That really sets you into the scene. Just like if you're re-describing the scene of a crime to someone, the more details you can bring in, like, oh, I heard this, then I was scared, and I saw this person run from over here. The more you can pull into it, the more you're into that experience, and the more you're recreating that. Okay? Just enjoy the process. Don't judge anything that comes up. For this, I'm going to ask that you grab a pen, paper, something to write with, so you can write down your experience. So I don't want you to write comments right after this. Get whatever it is out on paper, and then I encourage you to share your experience if you want. Okay. And this is kind of like a branch off for me. So if you can give me some pointers, if you had enough time in between scenes and stuff like that, I'd appreciate that as well. All right. So, yeah, this will be like a dream. And have you ever had a dream and like you're like, oh, I'm totally gonna remember that, and then the day goes on, you're like, Yeah, I don't remember any of that. And that's how this will kind of be. So make sure you just get it all down, even if like colors, anything that seems significant, write it all down. All right, so like I said, we're going to start with some visualization. You do this all the time. Think back to the last meal you ate. Okay, can you imagine that? All right, we're just picturing it in our mind. You can do this in your awake state. Imagine a special occasion. Anytime you bring forward like, ooh, the last birthday or a graduation or a wedding or the last Christmas, New Year's. Anytime you go back to those memories you're visualizing, okay, you bring back those scenes. Okay. So every time you bring back something like that, you're using visualization. So it really is that easy. We're gonna go through an example. I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to visualize. Try to bring in all your senses if you can. Okay. And I encourage you to close your eyes. That kind of helps like shut off that visual. You're relying on your eyesight as much, kind of seeing in your mind, going on that inner awareness. So I encourage you to just close your eyes. All right. Now I would like for you to imagine a lemon. Picture a lemon. What does it look like? Pick up the lemon. How does it feel? Is it smooth, round, cold, bumpy? How does it feel? Pick up the lemon. Place it on a cutting board. Take a sharp knife from the kitchen and slice the lemon in half. How does the lemon smell? Alright, now pick up half of the lemon and take a bite from the lemon. How does the lemon taste? Alright, now you can open your eyes. Alright, was everyone able to see the lemon? Feel the lemon? Alright, how about or how about taste and smell? Taste and smell are the hardest ones to bring in, so if you could bring those into the experience, that's awesome. You're gonna do great. Okay, I like doing this one in person because I watch everyone like squirm as they take that bite. I'm like, oh, they're there. All right. So yeah, we're able to smell it, taste it, and really like bring in all those senses. Okay. All right. So now as we go into this, I want you to have like no distractions. Turn your cell phone, put your cell phone on vibrate. Lock your kids out. Put headphones on. Whatever you need to do. All right, so there may be some emotional release. It's a good sign that we hit something that was important, something you were able to move past today. Maybe hot, maybe cold, maybe tingling, buzzing, crying, um, or just like tearing, letting that emotion out. Just be okay with whatever comes up. Okay, it's all part of the process, and it's a good sign that we hit something that you don't have to carry with you anymore. All right. If that doesn't happen, don't think that you didn't get a lot out of this. I'm just telling you what can happen, what's possible. Okay. So I find that when we do this, the window stays open for like 3 days. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to meditation. Pay attention when you're standing in the shower, shoveling snow, cutting the lawn, whatever you're doing. Um, yeah, and listen to those messages. You'll get more after this that will expand upon this session. Alright, so I encourage you to close your eyes. We're going to start with a few deep breaths. A deep breath in. Deep breath out and relax. Another big deep breath. With each exhalation, you deepen your relaxation. Another big deep breath. as you breathe out, you feel your body relax more and more. Alright, we're going to start with some intentions. Our intentions are very important. Lets the universe know what we want to do. You can say in your mind or repeat after me, I am open to receive messages. I am open to receive healing. And I can travel easily to find information that I need. Alright. Just take a moment and relax. Feel the relaxation flow through your body. Let go of any cares, any worries, any tensions from the day. Remember, the most important place you have to be is right here, right now. So as we let go of all the worries and tensions of the day, I want you to just relax and follow my voice. Remember, the sound of my voice deepens your relaxation. In fact, any sound you hear, inside or outside of the room, also deepens your relaxation. No matter how deep you go, you will always hear the sound of my voice and remember your experience. Now I would like for you to imagine a white ball of light, a very beautiful thing to see. Watch it as it pulses and glows. And I want you to place this white ball of light completely around your body, so that you are now completely enclosed within this beautiful ball of white light. This white light is your protection. The white light is a very powerful force. It can protect against anything. It will remain around your body the entire time that we do this. Nothing can harm you, mentally or physically. You are protected. You are safe. You feel it and you know it. Now I would like for you to go to the place where you live, your house, your apartment. You are standing outside the place where you live. You see this every day. You're standing outside the place where you live. Now see the door how you go in to the place where you live. Go into the place where you live. What's the first room you come into? Go into the kitchen. Where is the fridge? Where is the sink? Where do you eat your meals? Now go into the bedroom, the place where you sleep. What furniture is located in this room? Now find a wall that does not have much on it. A wall in the room where you sleep that does not have much on it. Now imagine a dot on the wall. Make a dot appear on the wall that does not have much on it. Now expand the dot. In your mind, expand the dot more and more. Keep expanding the dot until it reaches the edge of the wall. Now that the dot has expanded to the edges of the wall, walk into the opening. As you walk into the opening, you see a long tunnel ahead of you. A long tunnel. Walk through the tunnel. There's enough light to see where you are going. You know this tunnel leads to another time, another place, another dimension that has information that you need. Walk through the tunnel. Now you have reached the light at the end of the tunnel, and you are in front of the opening. This is the portal, the gateway to another dimension. You know when you go through it, you will be in another time, another place, another dimension that has information for you. Move through the portal. Now you have moved through the portal. What is the first thing you notice around you? Become aware of the things around you, near and far. What do you notice? Use all of your senses. Now become aware of your body, if you have one. What feels right? How do you feel? Become familiar with this new body. Is there anyone there to greet you? If there is anyone there, you will become aware of them now. Sense who else is with you. If there is someone there, what do they want to tell you? Ask them what they want to tell you. If no one is there, explore what information this place holds for you. Open yourself up to receive the information telepathically. What information does this place hold? Trust the first thing that comes to mind. Ask how this information pertains to your life now. The information you have been given. How does it pertain to your life now? Now let's drift away from that scene and move to another time and place that has information that you need. We are drifting away from that scene and moving to another time and place that has information that you need. You are there now. What's happening? What do you sense? Ask how this information pertains to your life now. The information you have been given, how does it pertain to your life now? Trust the first thing that comes to mind. Alright, now let's drift away from that scene and move one last time to another time, another place that has information that you need. You are now at another time and place. We've drifted away from that scene and are at another time and place that has information that you need. You are there now. What's happening now, and what do you sense? Now ask again how this information this time pertains to your life now. The information you have been given, how does this pertain to your life now? Trust anything that comes to mind. Now that you have received these messages and understand them, you can now release any emotion and physical symptoms tied to them. Be okay with whatever comes up. You have now released all the emotion and physical symptoms tied to these messages. Thankful for the information you have been given. Now you can turn around and go back through the portal and back through the tunnel, back in the room you started in. You can come back faster than you left. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count to 5. And on the count of 5, you will be back in the room and back in your body, remembering everything you just experienced, what information you were given, and how it pertains to your life now. You will remember these things so you can write them down. On the count of 5, you'll be back through the tunnel and back in the room, remembering those things so you can write them down. 1, 2. You're beginning to breathe a little faster, and your blood is beginning to flow a little faster because you're beginning to wake up now. You're very much aware of your physical body. 3, 4, you're becoming aware of the sounds in the room, the sounds outside of the room. Very much aware of your physical surroundings. You're focused on them now because you're beginning to wake up now. And 5, you're back in the room where you started, remembering those things so you can write them down. Now please take a moment to write down those things before you forget. before you leave a comment, write all your experiences down. Even little things are important. Alright, thank you for joining me, and feel free to reach out if you need help interpreting your experience. I encourage you to leave comments in the video, and thanks again for watching.